Back again with another video. Coming at you from badboysecretsclub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about what women really want. So I'm that dude, your trusted advisor, the guy that will never lie to you ever again, the guy that will speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Oh man. Hey, and P.S. by the way, like and subscribe to this video. Share it with people. I think a lot of people need to hear this. They need a different perspective in life. They need new ideas. They need new information. And this is the reason why a lot of people have so many problems. Just in life in general, because they have the wrong information. That's the problem that a lot of people have. They have the wrong information. And the reason why I know they have the wrong information is because I had the wrong information for years. What you talking about, man? You must be from the Midwest. You must be from the Midwest, Matthew. What you talking about, man? Yeah, what's up? What's up, man? That's how they talk in the Midwest. Places like Indiana, Illinois. What's up, man? Yeah, I mean, I'm not making fun. I just think that's funny. I got friends that's from the Midwest. That's how they talk, you know. And in Texas, too. Red Zone and Lodge. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have the wrong knowledge, wrong information. This is why they have a hard time, you know. Yeah, man. Oh, you from the South? Oh, you from Louisiana? Oh, okay. My man from I have a good friend that's from Louisiana. What part of Louisiana are you from, Matthew? I have a friend. He's from the Boot, Baton Rouge, baby. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. From the Boot. That's what they call it. Oh, you from Georgia? What part of Georgia are you from? You might live close to me. Are you bullshitting? It's a small world. A lot of people on here. Yeah, where in South Georgia? Where in South Georgia, though? You live in the Atlanta area or what? Yeah, I know there's a lot of people. Yeah, I try to be cool, man. I do my best. But you know, some people test my patience sometimes. You know. But I know around here, man, I hear a lot of people, you know, they complain all the time. And the reason why they complain all the time is because they have the wrong information. That's what it boils down to. And this is any area of life. Any area of life. Because you have to understand that most of the problems that you have, me included, 99% of the time, our approach is going to be based on the information and skills and the knowledge that we have. So if you have the wrong information and you don't have the skills, it's going to be very difficult for you to navigate the waters, so to speak. And, when I was growing up, I was a very shy kid growing up. And I'm still shy. I'm not so outgoing. I'm not really. I just force myself to speak and do things and accomplish things. But I was very shy. So when I turned 17, I got my license. And that's when I started driving, driving everywhere basically. And, from Columbia, because I'm from South Carolina. I'm from the Myrtle Beach area, Myrtle Beach, Georgetown area. So I used to drive from all over Horry County, Columbia. And Columbia from where I'm from to Columbia, that's about that's about 4 hours. That's like a 4-hour drive. So I'm 17, I'm driving 4 hours away. My parents don't know anything about it. So I'm basically sneaking. And that's when I realized that, man, there's something going on out here, man. Something ain't right out here. I got stopped by the police one time. I got harassed so bad. I'm like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this dude? This guy was treating me like a criminal. And I'm 17. So I'm like, am I missing something? I mean, am I doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing? Which I wasn't, because, I know right from wrong. I'm not stupid. I might not know what I'm supposed to know at 17, but I ain't stupid. I know when something ain't right. So, from the age of 17 to 21, nothing worked. I mean, almost nothing I tried worked. I mean, I tried to get a certain job, that didn't work. I mean, I tried to make extra money, that didn't work. I mean, I tried to get the girls, most of the time, that didn't work. So I said, damn, I want to get what I want for a change. I don't want to have to settle. And the reason why I had so many problems early on as a young lad is because I had the wrong information, man. That's what it was. This is not a perfect world by any means necessary. But I'm telling you, if I had the right information at 12 years old, by the time I turned 17, I would have been way ahead of the game. See, my dad didn't sit down and tell me what the hell was really going on until I was 17. And that's only because I started to ask questions. And then, I started asking my mom questions as well. But if you got to get your shit, if you got kids, you got to get your kids the game early. Can't wait until they 18, 19, 17, 20. Like most of us get it. That's too late, man. I mean, some people say better late than never, but I don't know. I mean, if you don't have it, okay, yeah. If you never get it, okay, I get it. I can see the argument in that. But look, you gotta the way I see it is this: the earlier you get it, the better off you be. But I mean, going through all that, the trials and tribulations of getting harassed by cops and facing a bunch of rejections and not understanding what's really going on, that was very difficult for me. However, and when I went to college, this is when I got a wake-up call. It was like a culture shock, because I started hanging around the athletes, football players, for the most part. And these guys had all the girls. When I say all the girls, 95, I mean, it was like they had all the girls that I wanted. I'm saying like that, because where I'm from, I ain't never seen no women like that. the way it was when I went to college. I never been around women, so many women in one household like that. And these guys were running through these women. and all of these women were not groupies. They weren't no damn hoes. It wasn't no skeezers. No, it was all of the above. They had the so-called good girls, the groupies. They had them all, and they didn't have any money. Most football players, I don't know if y'all know this, most football players are starving. Most football players, most athletes in college, I'm talking big universities, they're starving. If they don't have money before they get to college, there's a good chance they're going to be starving. Now, you might have a couple agents, might slip them a couple dollars every once in a while, or give them a car, say, hey, sign this paper, give me $1, some shit like that or whatever. But for the most part, most athletes that go to college, they're starving. So these dudes, they were still catching women. No money, no car. I mean, a few of these guys had cars. Very few of them had money. But that wasn't the reason why the women were around them. And I quickly learned that the way I was thinking, the way I was raised, just wasn't working. It just wasn't the best approach. It just wasn't. I mean, these guys are telling me to do some shit where it's like, I can't even comprehend this shit. It's like, hey, one guy gets done. He's like, hey, you can go in there and hit that if you want. I'm like, whoa. But check this out. It wasn't the act or the actions what surprised me. It was the leadership that surprised me, and the confidence that these guys had. I didn't have that confidence. I'm like, 18 years old at the time. I ain't had confidence like that. I ain't had confidence, charm, charisma. I didn't have all that. It wasn't it wasn't the actions or anything that really got my attention. It's like they were so confident. It was like, it's all good, man. So I'm like, oh man, so I got a wake-up call. It was like a culture shock. Everything I thought about women at that point, 95% of it was wrong. And when I left college, because I ended up getting kicked out of college, that's a video for another day. I ended up getting kicked out of college, and I ended up going back later. And when I got kicked out of college, I went into the Navy, and that's the same shit I saw in college. It just was tenfold, 10x. Because and being in the Navy, you go to countries all over the fucking place, basically. And when we used to pull in these different countries and these ports, women used to be lined up on the deck waiting for us to get off the ship. And I'm thinking like, yo, this is a mind-blown shit here. This is like the closest thing to a celebrity. I ain't never experienced some shit like this. And keep in mind, I went in the Navy, I was 20 years old. And I'm experiencing this type of shit. So I never been, now being in college, I was around a lot of women. Yeah, but being in the Navy, 10x that shit. I'm talking like, when we pull into Australia, When we pull into Australia, there was over 5,000 women waiting for us. 5,000 women waiting for us. And we didn't ever, we don't know them from a can of paint, nothing. It's like you ain't have to talk that much. You ain't have to have on no uniform. They was like, if you walk off the brow, walk up to any woman, hi, hello, what's your name or whatever. Hey, what's going on here? And they'll say, oh, well, this is going on tonight, this and that or whatever. And you grab her hand, and that was all she wrote. Me and my man ended up staying at this woman's house. We met the whole family, parents, every goddamn thing. Stayed over there for 4 days. 4 days, man. So, and then the next country, same shit. It was the same old shit, man. And then I realized that a lot of times it's not necessarily it's what's behind you is what makes women want to be with certain guys. It's who you are. It's not so much the stuff. Now, the stuff does help. No, the stuff does help. Car, house, money, people you associate with, etc. On a surface level, for some women are attracted to that shit. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But you don't want people around you just because of stuff that you might have. Junk, basically. Most, let's just be honest. Cars and clothes, that's just a jewelry. That's just a bunch of junk with no value. That shit ain't gonna make you no money. At least if you have real estate or you have something that can bring you in money every month, that's an asset. But if you just buying a bunch of cars and jewelry and shit, that shit ain't gonna make you no money. Yeah, it might make you look good on the surface. You might be able to impress a couple hoes or whatever, or gold digging savages, but that ain't gonna make you no money. So it's not wrong with buying stuff like that, but just don't be trying to impress nobody with it. That's all I'm saying. If you got some real assets, okay, that's a different story. Because even, at the end of the day, you have assets and liabilities. And most women you're going to meet, they're just liabilities. I wish I could say that most women you're going to meet are going to be an asset. But that's probably not going to work out for most guys. If I was to say the opposite, I'll be lying to you. But most women that you meet are just going to be distractions. And most women you meet are not going to be a finished product. So, if you 9 times out of 10, the woman that you spend most of your time with, long term, whatever the relationship is involved, you're gonna have to teach her how to treat you. Because see, some guys assume that women know how to treat guys and all the crap, but that ain't the case. Because see, the last guy she's been with had different standards, or maybe he had no standards. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. The guy that she left, 9 times out of 10, he didn't have no standards. He probably was all over the place. And his way of thinking, his way of being is more than likely is completely different from yours. So for you to assume anything otherwise, that would be a mistake. This is why you have a lot of guys. I get questions from a lot of guys all the time, and they always complain about how the woman ain't supporting them, how the woman ain't, she ain't treating them right, and all of the above. I really don't know how to respond to questions like that, but all I would say is this: if a woman ain't supporting you, That's your problem, not hers. That's what I would say about that. And at some point, something had to happen. And more than likely, it probably was your fault. You dropped the ball somehow, some way, and that's fine. Everybody is not for everybody, and everybody is not going to be around for the long game, for the long haul. And that's just what it is. You shouldn't beat yourself up. You shouldn't feel bad about it. Just look at it as a learning experience, because see, when you start to get older, like my age, I'm in the 40s. When you start to get older, you're going to see that most of these damn people that were around you when you're in your 20s and your 30s, they didn't really give a damn about you anyway. They didn't really give a damn about you anyway. And most of those people are going to be gone that you met in the 20s and 30s. Most of them going to be gone. They're going to move on. Some going to fall off, completely hit the wall. Some going to get married, then they're going to be divorced. Some going to just have a couple babies and end up single. And some of them are just going to be lonely. No kids. All they're going to have is stuff. So, because see, the most of the women, I've noticed over the years, most of the women that have a bunch of stuff, cars, house, clothes, jewelry, maybe they take vacations every year. Most of these women with no kids even, they ain't got no kids. Most of these women are willing to sacrifice going without friends, kids, husband. They're willing to sacrifice all of that for their career, which is the stupidest shit ever. They're willing to sacrifice all that, their career. They're willing to sacrifice everything for their career, because in their mind, that's powerful. Which, see, in the long run, they're gonna end up losing, because what's gonna happen in most cases, they're probably gonna get sick. They're probably gonna get laid off. Something usually happens, more than likely. Something more than likely. Well, look, if you, let's say you have a woman, y'all been together for a long time. If she's giving you a hard time, consistently giving you a hard time, and you're doing your best, but you don't have a lot of support, you don't have much to work with, maybe you don't have skills. Maybe you're working on your skills and she's still giving you a hard time. Nothing works around her. It's never enough. You probably need to get rid of her. Because if that's the case, she don't have no respect for you. If you have a woman that will criticize you all day long, and when you come up with a good idea or anything, and you say, hey, why don't you help me do this or whatever, and she don't want to support you or just knock the whole idea, you need to get rid of her ass. Because you're not going to be able to sustain anything with somebody like that. Because it doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how much skills you have in a particular area. If you don't have no support from the people that's closest to you, especially if y'all live together, and they're very negative, you got to get rid of the motherfuckers, man. I don't know how I can't say, you can't be nice about it. You just got to get rid of them. Look, everybody's not for everybody. I mean, look, unless you're running for office, you're trying to be a politician, okay. You can lie to a lot of people, but you can't, don't lie to yourself. The worst lie you can tell is to yourself. I mean, you can lie to anybody else. Okay, all right, knock yourself out. But don't lie to yourself, man. That's the worst lie you can ever tell. That some people, you just kind of have to cut bait and get rid of them. They're not ready. You might not be ready, but some people are just not supposed to be together. They should have never been together. Should have never been together in the first place. Some people got together because the sex was good. The sex was good, and they got together, man. And when the sex get old, you don't have no foundation in the relationship, no standards, the values ain't the same, morals ain't the same. Then the relationship goes to shambles. So hey, like and subscribe, share this video, smash the like button. What up, DMR in the house? Kelvin in the house. Let's see what's going on in the comments. God damn. Apple Mac in the house. G Star in the house. Good morning. Oh, you live in Australia. G Star in Australia, baby. This is real church. Yeah, in Australia. Compared to living in Australia, this is real church. Yo, man, I know what you're talking about. My parents didn't tell me shit either. I started finding out shit on my first job. Yeah, me too, Apple Mac. Yeah, teach them early and tell them the damn truth. Don't bullshit with them. Apple Mac, man, you raw, man. Women got cheated on because the thoughts, bro, they don't show us value. What else do they offer? But pussy, raise your daughter's right if you want it. No, there's some women that do have value now. I'm not gonna throw every woman in the damn basket. High stepping through them. The mother of my daughter doesn't support me. Even she's all about her own agenda. Yeah, if a woman doesn't support you, man, you gotta cut bait, man. Chameleon red pill fraud. I don't know what the hell that means. The more disrespectful the where I went to. Yeah, and if you keep tolerating disrespect from anybody, it's gonna escalate. It's gonna get worse and worse. There's this old saying that this wise man said, what you expands. That's at the time I didn't get it, but that's what he said. It is true. You got to face your problems. You got to face these people, and you might have to get ruthless with some of these damn people. Because when it's time to cut bait, shit, some of these people might get aggressive. So hey, man, you might have to pull out that goddamn it. I mean, I don't recommend getting violent, but hey, it's been. I've heard a lot of stories, man, where one guy and even a woman said, "Hey, this is dysfunctional. We shouldn't be together if we got to get violent and argue all the time or whatever." And some people, man, be like, "Shit, you ain't going nowhere." Some people get aggressive. So hey, man, you might have to fight your way out of a situation. I'm not recommending violence, but hey, man, it happens. Dude in bed with a girl pulled the cover off him and right in front of her asked me if I wanted some. Dude, and she didn't say shit. I was like, what the? Yeah, it's a lot of shit like that happens, Apple Mac. Some people get down like that. I don't get down like that, but some people get down like that. Most women are liabilities because in America, women are raised to be lifelong girls and to never graduate mentally to women status, whereas boys are raised to be men. Yeah, you have to understand that one thing about back in the day, the purpose of a woman was just to have babies and raise kids. That was the purpose of a woman back in the day. It was the purpose of a woman wasn't to start a business together and all this and go out to dinner and all this bullshit didn't exist. I mean, like most if you talk to your grandparents, ask them how they got together. There's a good chance they didn't go to no damn restaurant. They didn't meet no restaurant either. If your grandparents is 70 plus, ask them how they met and how they got together. There's a good chance that they didn't meet at the damn bar or Fridays. You know, so yeah, you have to understand how this whole concept of a relationship and dating came about. People wasn't dating back. People wasn't really dating 70, 80, 100 years ago. Wasn't like that. You know, if you wanted to be with a woman, you had to meet her dad. Sit down with her dad, and dad would ask you, hey, what's your intentions of being with my daughter? That's how that shit was. You know, it wasn't, and you couldn't be a coward. You wouldn't if the dad thought you were a coward, you weren't gonna marry his daughter. That's how that shit was back in the day. You couldn't do like you do now. Some guys will get married to the girl and don't give a damn about the parents. Don't care if they ever meet the parents, which is crazy. Have I ever been to Colombia? No, I never been to Colombia. I mean, I want to. I'm interested in taking a trip over there one day. You might have to get violent. You might have to get violent. Yeah. God damn it, he was Corey Holcomb. Hey, you might have to pull out that. God damn it, to fight your way out of there sometime. Not to a woman. Should I block her? I mean, how she on the phone too? Because she stressing my life. I mean, you don't necessarily have to block her. I mean, if you live in a big city, you probably won't see her anyway. But I mean, if you block her if you want, shit, it don't really matter, really. Why is she stressing you, Calvin? I mean, you shouldn't be stressed about what? I mean, she got something on you, or I mean, what is there to be stressed about? I mean, if you don't want to answer the phone, just don't answer the phone. I gotta admit, I don't really care to meet girls' parents because I know I'm not gonna be around that long. Well, that's understandable, Apple Mac. If you ain't gonna be around that long, or hell, okay, I get it. But there's guys that know they want to be with the woman, and still they don't give a damn about meeting the parents. I'll be like, why are you doing that shit? You want to meet the parents, you want to meet the mom because you want to see how you want to have an idea or a sense of how the parents are, because that's where she came from. She's a product of her parents. So if the mom act a goddamn fool, you already know what you're dealing with. In most cases, if the mom is acting a goddamn fool when you go to visit, you already know it. If she start talking some slick shit, you already know what you're dealing with. 9 times out of 10, the daughter gonna be talking some slick shit too. Yeah, they're like that girl, Black China mom, Tokyo Tony, lady, what, 60 years old and twerking? Like, what is this? And you wonder why Black China is crazy as cat shit. Running schemes on guys and all this shit. What do you expect? Yeah, that was her mom. That was her mom for real. I mean, she was shaking her ass like a salt shaker. I'm like, what the hell? Tell your kids the truth. When you get old, you may have to rely on them, and if so, you pay dearly. Yeah, I've heard stories like that too. A lot of times, a lot of the parents don't want to tell their kids. They don't want to get their kids no game because the parents don't want the kids in their business. But I'm telling you, doing your kids a disservice, especially today. What are some signs? Signs of what, Stephen? L.A. You went shooting. You went hunting. It ain't no hunting season, man. Oh, you went to the range. Which one is it? You went to the range? It ain't hunting season. God damn it. Oh, the range. Okay. It ain't hunting season. Yeah, how was it, Apple Mac? That was your first time going? P.S. My like and share this video. And subscribe if you haven't already. And click the little bell at the bottom of this video so you won't miss any videos that I upload. YouTube they be tripping. They don't be showing all the damn videos to everybody. Yeah, first time I was hooking up. Yeah, if it's your first time, you're not gonna be you probably won't be that good. Right? Shooting with a handgun, that shit is not easy, bro. If you trying to hit them targets, that shit ain't easy. I've been told that I'm a natural when it comes to shooting handguns. But shooting, that shit is not easy. It's not easy to me. Because, I didn't have no specialized training and nothing like that. I just have good vision. But I know guys that, ex-military. And they did a lot of combats and they had a lot of practice. So they like sharpshooters. But I'm not like that. These guys, they hit people I know, they hit bullseye. Like every bullet, every shot, bullseye. I can't do that. So unless you have some type of specialized training shooting handguns, it's not easy. Using a rifle, that's much easier. But I don't like rifles because that shit, too much pressure on your shoulder, on my arm. Fuck that. Yeah, the kickback. That I don't like that shit. You gotta hold that shit, man. That 98 Fiance TV show exposed this a lot, even though it script is going overseas it for the birds. I don't know anything about the 90-Day Fiance TV show, but I don't. Here's the thing: the difference between me. I don't really get caught up into what women want very much. I look at it like, look, I gotta get my shit together first. I gotta be in the position that I want to be in. So until that happens, you're next. Yeah, you got to put yourself first. If you're because if you're no good, if you're not in the position that you want to be in, you can't really get so caught up in what women want all the goddamn time. I mean, this shit don't work like that. I mean, if you're already struggling already, why are you so concerned about what women want anyway? That shit don't make no sense. Even women too. If she's struggling already, why is she so concerned about what a man wants? That shit don't make no sense. Now, if some guy is in a position that he wants to be in, and he wants to bring her in his world, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't go into his world trying to disrupt some shit, though. You gotta support that dude. But a lot of women, they want to take over some shit when they get with the guy. I'm like, wait a minute. Why the hell you want to control some shit that was started before you got there, yo? And now, when you leave, you're gonna destroy every goddamn thing. So that's just that's lame, goofy game. That's what I call that. So I got good topics for you to talk about one day. How do you handle having an attractive girlfriend and hanging around your friends? Well, oh, that's easy, man. I mean, like, it depends on what type of friends you got when it comes to that shit. Like my friends, they don't even be looking at my girls like that. Like my cousins, for example, they don't be looking at my women like that. I mean, of course they see them. They say, "Oh yeah, you know, she's attractive or whatever," but they don't really be staring at her ass and tits. They don't really, but that's the relationship that's the respect that we have for each other. That's how my friends, that's how we get down. Now, it's some guys that don't give a shit, you know, but I'm not friends with those guys. But I'll do a video about that. That's a good topic. Yeah, I can speak on that because there's a lot of dynamics that come into play with that. There's certain cultures of people, they get down like that. He'll bring his wife around, and his buddies might be around talking to her like he trying to catch her. Like so yeah, I can talk about that. I've seen that happen a few times with different groups of people. It's different dynamic that happens with, most guys, especially with us, we're territorial. We don't really tolerate our women being around our friends or whatever, you know. But it could be like a holiday, or your buddy might come over, and some of we don't appreciate our friends staring at our wives or our girlfriends, or just our women in general. So yeah, I can definitely do a video about that. Yeah, so there's different. One thing I've learned a long time ago, there's different types of relationships that people have together, different couples have together. That's why when I see people today, I don't assume anything. I don't assume that they're monogamous. I don't assume that they're polygamous or whatever. Whatever I do, I don't assume that they get down the same as I do or the way I used to. What up? Anti-gravity 74 in the house. Another topic would be what's worse, a woman cheating or a man cheating? What's worse, a woman cheating or a man cheating? Shit, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. Because when most of these guys, uh, if they with a girl and their girlfriend cheats, boy, they lose their goddamn mind. Some of these guys lose their goddamn mind. They be spazzing out online. They be like, "What? You slept with him? You whore!" They get into that mind frame. They totally flip out. You know, and man, these guys be hurt, boy. Ooh wee, man. Some guys never, um, never get over that. If their girlfriend cheats or their wife cheat, some guys never get past that. I'm talking like never, ever get past that. I'm like, damn, bro. That shit happened 25 years ago or 10 years ago. You still on that shit? You gotta let that shit go, bro. Damn. And some guys be on it like that, man. Now women be hurt too, but not like guys. Guys take that shit to the next level, man. God damn. I say a woman because with women it's mental. So you don't think it's mental with a guy? Shit. It's usually physical. Uh no, that's take if the guy's on the other end of the stick, if the guy's getting cheated on, these dudes don't get past that shit, man. Shit. Man, I know guys that's still thinking about when their wife cheated on them 10 years ago. He ain't got past that shit yet. Now, if it's a guy doing the cheating, yeah, that's a physical thing. But as the other end is, if you're on the other end of the stick, man, them dudes don't get past that shit, man. Very few. I know guys that's old, 60 years old, still talking about how his wife cheated on him 20 years ago. That's why he don't trust it still to this day. I'm like, yo, that shit happened a long time ago, man. What's your thoughts on polygamy outside the U.S. if you have the money for it? Polygamy outside the U.S. If you want to do it, do it. If you got the money. Look, most couples already practice some form of polygamy in the first place. They're already doing it. I did a video about that already a long time ago. They're already doing it. They're already practicing polygamy. They're just not organized with it. Most people. Now, if you're practicing Islam, they're organized with it. Some of those guys, not all of them, but there's a large percentage of them do practice polygamy. But people here in America, they're already doing it anyway. Look, there's a woman right now that's married. Some guy already got a side piece. And that's just reality of the shit. Some people might not like it, but that's how it is. But most guys are not organized at all. Most women are not organized at all with it. They just sloppy with it. Eventually, half of them are gonna get caught, and then they're gonna be praying, begging for forgiveness. Oh, please forgive me, please forgive me. And the only reason they are gonna be begging for forgiveness is because they got caught, because they were sloppy. So you have people that's 40s, 50s, 60s, sometimes 70s. And some of these people are willing to pay people to roll in the sack with them. So you have all kind of relationships out here. But I said in a previous video if you're gonna be in some type of polygamous relationship, just be open and honest about it. Don't be sneaking around 40, 50, 60 years old. You sneaking around at night. You're taking vacations. You're taking weekend trips. You're taking day trips. Come on. No, man, look. I just don't think it's a good idea. And a lot of people gonna disagree with that because they a lot of the reason why a lot of people would disagree with that because they like how things are. They like that things are the way it is for them, and they don't want to change anything. They like doing something strange for a piece of change every once in a while. They like getting their little rocks off or getting their little coochie wet. And they're willing to take the risk of getting caught and losing everything for one night, one weekend. And when they get caught, they be, oh, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do it. Shut up. I just think it's a bad idea. I just think two people just need to sit down and just be honest. Is the truth hard? Yeah, you damn right. The truth is hard. It is. It is. No one said life would always be easy. Who said that shit? Anybody that told you life is gonna be easy, they lied to you. It's gonna be good times, you better believe it. It's gonna be bad times, you better believe it. It's gonna be challenges, you better believe it. But if you think everything gonna be peaches and cream for the rest of your life, you're delusional. And if you believe that, you need to go see a shrink before it happens, before something happens, because you probably won't be able to handle it. I think women cheating is worse. For men, it's usually just sex. For women, it's both about sex and it's emotional too. Well, when women cheat, they usually don't give a fuck. That's usually how that is. They pretty much done with the guy that they're with. So they usually don't give a damn. Now when a guy do it, it's usually a physical thing, So that's usually how that is. But once the other person finds out what just happened, how they gonna respond to that is that's another thing. That's another aspect. Usually doesn't go well. But I think a lot of people they cheat themselves anyway. A lot of people cheat on themselves. A lot of people don't treat themselves right. So this is much bigger than just cheating on the other person. A lot of people cheat on themselves. A lot of people can't commit to themselves. If you can't commit to yourself, you can't commit to anyone else. You can't commit to building a business. You can't commit to making more money. You can't commit to anything. So, it's much bigger than just cheating on somebody else. What up, Jack? Women tip the scale to me as being worse. A woman's body is open. Hell could be in there too. Oh shit. Cheating for me is automatic divorce or breakup if she's a girlfriend. No way I would stay with a woman who cheated on me, and I won't look back ever. Are you married? Anti-gravity 74. You must be. Are you married? If you sound, how old are you? You must be young. I know a lot of guys that have said that, and when they got married, and when they've been together for a long time, and they found that their wife was sleeping around. And as they get older, a lot of guys get older, they're not so quick to just throw in the fucking towel. So, when you're young, yeah, you can say that. I would never do this. It's automatic. Break up, divorce if she's my wife. After you done have a bunch of kids together, you done accumulated all this shit together. You got, um, you've created all these assets together. And one mistake, one thing that a man or a woman did wrong, this automatic divorce. I don't know about that, buddy. I think you might think that. But when you get into it, I think you would probably be like, maybe I should think about this a little bit more. See, I don't think that you should automatically divorce somebody just because of a one-nighter that they had. I don't believe that. I believe that you can work some shit out. Some people, not all, some. Especially when you get older. When you get older, you realize that this sex thing really ain't that, it's not really that important. I think we put too much into sex. We act like sex is like touchdown. I've scored, man. It's not really that serious, man. This shit is overrated. It really is. It's not really that important. Especially when you get older. Especially when you learn better. If you learn better, you do better. You think differently. You see things differently. How can either party trust again after shit? Well, trust is an illusion. You first have to trust yourself first. Trust is an illusion because most people only do what they do because of the consequences. If the consequences is harsh, they're gonna be on their best, on their P's and Q's, and they're gonna think twice about doing certain things. So that's why I said trust is an illusion. The only person you should trust is your goddamn self. That's what it is. I mean, I don't walk around saying, "Hey, you got to earn my trust." I'm like, what? Please. Only person I have to trust is the person that's in the mirror. And let the chips fall where they be for the rest of the people that I meet. Mentally couldn't deal with a woman in a committed relationship cheating on me. She gotta go. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, you don't have to be with anybody. I mean, you can date somebody, and if they do something that you can't handle or tolerate, yeah, you can let them go. There's nothing wrong with that. All I was saying is I don't think cheating should be a one-shot deal for every marriage or every long-term relationship, especially if you have kids together, if you accumulated things together. That's all I was saying. Now, there's some people you have to let the motherfuckers go. There's some people just reckless. There's some people you just can't work out some shit with. There's some people that things are going to happen and they just don't have the mental capacity to deal with it. Because maybe they had it easy all their life. Maybe the parents, did everything for them or picked up the tab when things went wrong, etc. Smash the like button. Share this video. Good question. Say you dating a female and moving to another state. Would you break it off or give her an option for her to move with you? That's something that y'all have to talk about, Danny. I mean, if you move out, if I move out of state, are we planning to be together? That's something that you have to talk about. Really, there's no right or wrong way to go about doing that. But I'm not gonna keep going out of town, meeting you every month or every other month, getting on planes and all that shit. I'm not gonna keep doing that for 2, 3, 4 years and don't know if we're planning on being together or not. I, I just think that's a waste of time, yo. Do you agree that almost every guy gets sexually tired of his girl and wants something different from time to time? I don't know about every guy, but I know a lot of guys are like that. I know I think it takes a lot of discipline to be with one woman physically. I didn't now pay attention. I didn't say it's difficult to live with a woman and be married to a woman. I didn't say that. I say it's very difficult. It takes a lot of discipline to be with one woman physically. For a guy, if, check this out, if he's accustomed to being around a lot of women, and maybe he traveled like me. Y'all use myself, for example. I've traveled, I've been around the world. I met a lot of women from different nationalities, from everywhere, right? It's very, very difficult for me to physically be with one woman. I can be in a relationship with a woman, no problem. But to say that I'm going to be with this one woman sexually for the rest of my life ain't happening. You know? So I know some guys, they get with one woman, a relationship, marriage, they don't fuck around. You know? So it depends on the guy based on my experience. And when you get older, you just want somebody who is attractive and has the ability to be satisfied. Young women always want more and more. Yeah, they always want more and more. Shit, even older women want more and more. Shit. Most women, what they see, they tend to want. That's pretty much anybody. If you look at the television long enough, if you stay on Instagram long enough, the women you see on Instagram, you keep looking at them long enough, that's who you're going to want within the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months. That's who you're going to gravitate towards. If you pay attention to yourself, you'd be like, yeah, I've been looking at them Instagram photos. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be older to think sex is not everything, Chuck. Because I know when I was young, sex was everything. Yeah, yeah. When you get older, you start to see things for what it really is. You know, it's not really that important. It's not that much big of a deal. Corey Holcomb says you shouldn't tell the couple if you know somebody cheating and they're married because they'll just be embarrassed and angry with you because they know you know now. Yeah, that's true, Jack. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think that it's just good, man, to stay out of that shit, man. It's just good to stay out of it because you look like the troublemaker. And before you tell the other person that somebody's messing around, cheating on them, what do you hope to happen? That's the question that you have to ask before you tell whatever you want to tell. What do you hope to happen? You want them to leave the person, or what do you hope to happen? So I just learned over the years, man. I just stay out of people's personal business. I just stay out of it. It's just not. I just learned my lesson. I did it twice. I just, I just stay out of that shit. Really. Unless it's just something that's just so outrageously embarrassing. But for the most part, if that ain't the case, if I see my homeboy's wife at a bar talking to a guy at the bar and she's getting a little too friendly with the guy, I'm not gonna even make anything out of that shit. You know. He's 23, not married. You're right, but I've made up my mind on the matter. I don't care if we've accumulated stuff together. Sure, the divorce will be messy, but I got too much self-respect to stay. Yeah, you're 23. You're young. I was like that too. I was like, I'll never do this. I'll never do that. And half of that shit that I've said I'll never do, I've actually done it. If she cheated on me, it's clear she doesn't have any respect for me anymore. So I need to cut my losses and accept the consequences. That's not necessarily true. Anti-gravity. That's not necessarily true. It depends on how y'all met, how y'all started a relationship. See, if you start a relationship on no foundation, I'm gonna say you shouldn't be surprised how it ends. If you start a relationship off lying to each other, I'm gonna say you shouldn't be surprised how if someone steps out on each other, or if you step out on her. Look, one lie doesn't make the other lie better or worse. You said I'm greedy? I'm not greedy, man. I'm just telling you how I am. I'm telling you how I operate. It's easy to get laid when you travel, so it's a huge temptation. I guess. Shit, I don't know. I don't see very much difference if you really, whether you traveling or whether you're at home in the place where you live. Just Frank. Just Frank in the house. I ain't gotta look long to want that ass. But I had the wisdom to know that ass is trouble. Yeah, exactly. Once you get older, man, a lot of guys, they tend to get smarter. You kind of be like, yeah, she looked good. She got a nice body and everything, but let's see what she's talking about first. And then after you done talking to her, you be like, yeah, I don't really like how she was talking. Then you be like, oh, I'll pass. That's how it is when you get older and wiser. You'd be like, yeah, she's all right, but yeah, I'll pass. What resonated with me was the dating coach who quit because of women's unreal standards. You reposted that. Resonated with me. Yeah, a lot of these guys, that was online like 2 years ago. I don't see them anymore. Women too. Leaving a girl you've been with for a while who cheated on you is a lot of mentally harder on a man than people think, because men have feelings too. Yeah, see, a lot of people act like us guys like we don't have no feelings. Like we can just bounce back easy. It's like, shit, we got feelings too. But we're taught to like suppress our feelings though. It'd be like, man up. Damn, I'm gonna man up, but shit, I got feelings now. God damn. I ain't no damn robot. I ain't RoboCop. Damn. I can't get a hug? Shit. Well, I've cheated before, so I'm definitely a hypocrite on this matter. But if I'm married, I wouldn't because of karma reasons. I'll just tell her I'm getting a second wife at that point. Hey, you know what? Anti-gravity. A lot of times, Let me tell you what a lot of you guys don't know. When you're young, let me tell you what you don't know. Because I didn't know when I was in my 20s. A lot of times, if let's say you're in a long-term relationship, maybe you're married, and let's say y'all been together for a long time, and you have this urge that, man, I want to slip out and do something strange for a change. A lot of times, if you're willing to sit down and talk to your woman, a lot of times, man, y'all can really work that shit out without you having to sneak around at night or smash somebody at the job and all this craziness without you having to sneak around. Now, the reason why most guys don't do that is because they thinking that, okay, if I express my feelings to my wife or my living girlfriend, how I feel with my urges, they're thinking that, okay, that give her like a rites of passage to go out and do the same thing. But that's not necessarily true all the time. That's not necessarily true. A lot of times, if the guy express that he has urges to be with another woman from time to time, most of the time, if the woman haven't stepped out yet, she probably won't after he express how he really feels. That's what usually happens. Now that's if she ain't doing nothing. She might be sneaking around. But if she ain't doing nothing, there's a good chance she won't. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of women out here, they don't fuck around like that. There's a lot of women, the women that y'all be thinking that be fucking around all the time, they be hood rats. They be unfit women. Women that shouldn't have gotten married in the first place. So that's why a lot of y'all guys are confused. Y'all looking at women on television. Y'all think that these women are the cream of the crop that's on television. No. These women, most of the women y'all see on television, they're not in my family. Most of the women in my family don't behave like I see on television at all. So it's like, shit. You know, I'm just saying. I got shot and the motherfucker said, man, stop all that fucking bleeding. Shit. When you're young, you don't turn down shit. When older, you turn down shit all the time. Yeah, you turn down women when you get older because you made the same mistakes when you were younger and you know what comes along with that shit. Idle life in the house. I met a Muslim guy in the Caribbean and here that hits women, marriage contract, has sex for a week, a month or so, and if he's not satisfied with her performance, she does something he don't like. Yeah, you can have contracts. Yeah, you can look, if you're the man, you can do what you want. As far as relationships, as far as legality is concerned, you can do that. You convinced me I'll include a second wife option in my marriage contract. My Muslim friends said they negotiated that stuff before marriage. If they said no, and they marry another woman who will. Yeah, you can make women sign contracts before you get married. Yeah, you can do that shit. You don't have to get married to the state, yo. You can get married. If you're Muslim, of course you can get married that way through religion or any of these other religions. There's so many religions out here. I don't know all of them, but I know you can get married within the umbrella of the religion. any religion, and then you can get married to this, you know, in this your state. So yeah, you can do that. And you can do a contract, your own personal contract too. You can do that shit and get it notarized. It is what it is. Yeah. You know, I don't know a lot about being a Muslim, but I don't know how they handle marriage. So I can't talk about it. But I know that you can have more than one wife if you can afford it. Hey, you know. So hey, if that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. Shit. He divorces them and moves on to another. He gave me a copy of the contract and says it's good living. Uh yeah, I don't know. I can't speak about how they handle their divorces, marriages, because I don't know. You know, under the Muslim umbrella, I don't know. I agree. I have no coworker to get mad at because I felt he was doing too much for this girl on the job, buying lunch, which I would keep my word to myself. Yeah, I mean, look, if guys want to do what they want to do, especially at work, oh, I wouldn't say shit to nobody at work, man. Hell no. Being a working, like being a job, like getting personal with people at work, at a job, that's like not the place to voice your opinions. Hell no. I just haven't seen that go well for very many people. But you cannot contract for someone's heart. Yeah, I mean, how people feel is one thing, regardless of the contract that they might have. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's why the contract really exists because people aren't doing shit based on their hearts. Really, you know. I mean, maybe one person is thinking with their heart to a certain extent, but that you don't know, but the other person. That's why they usually take out the contract because they don't got no game. That's what the contract was all about. In most cases, some cultures like the tribes of Africa, you can't have more than two wives, or it's seen as greedy. Yeah, I heard about that and frowned upon. Yeah, I heard about that. You know, I know how the Taliban. What? The Taliban? I know how the Taliban handle shit. I put. You crazy, man. The Taliban. I don't. Islam for the limit more than you end up everyone being related. Shit, I don't know. Prenups get thrown out all the time and people make excuses like they know everything, but it doesn't matter how well written it was. The judge will throw it out, throw it out. Really? They throw prenups out? God damn. Fuck. Why would they throw the prenups out? I know the prenups. No, prenups don't cover everything. I realize that, but why would a judge throw it out? Even if it's notarized and everything, and sealed and stamped and sealed and damn. Yeah, why would a judge throw that out? I wonder. So if I just started my first corporate job, can you do a video on how to handle women at work? Some chicks are hitting on me, but I don't want any work relationships. Oh, that's kind of a woman hitting on you at the corporate job. That's kind of common, bro. Yeah, man, women at corporate jobs be throwing themselves at guys. That's kind of common, man. Just be cool, man. That's all. Really, just you can play along with it, but you don't have to get uncomfortable, anything like that. That's kind of normal, bro. I done had a bunch of jobs. That's kind of normal. Really. That's not unusual, not at all. It's just the way the system is. If they can throw it out, there's no guarantee. I never been through divorce, so I don't know why. Yeah, there's no guarantees for anything except that you're gonna die one day. So yeah, you're right about that, Jack. Yeah, I think it's probably it's probably based on the judge what he want to do, you know, the state and all this bullshit. So I'm not surprised, but I'm just wondering why a judge would do that. But I know the prenup ain't guaranteed. No contract is guaranteed. I realize that. They've been throwing out prenups. Matter of fact, I always give Trump credit because he the only dude I know who prenup ever got beat. Oh, really? Trump. I don't shit where I eat, and I don't want a sexual harassment suit. Yeah, I agree. My philosophy is this: if if I want to work this job long term, I don't want to have any personal relationships with any women there. That's my philosophy. Now, if I don't care about the job, well, shit, who cares? I'll smash any girl that I feel like I want to at the job. If that's the case, that's how I feel about that. So yeah, I'll do a video talking about that. I can talk more about that. You know, yeah, but that's usually how that's usually my basic philosophy when it comes to a lot of these jobs. I usually don't. If a woman is hitting on me at the job, I usually don't make too much of it. I usually laugh it off for the most part. I usually laugh it off. I just be cordial. Y'all be like, hey, we'll talk about that later. you know, this should be hilarious at jobs. Women are very aggressive at these jobs, man. I'm telling you. Hey, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Share this video. Women are very aggressive at these jobs. They're very competitive amongst each other, too, boy. I'm telling you, some of the stuff that used to happen with me at these jobs was unbelievable. I'm like, damn, this is a difficult place to work with these women. Shit, man. I just want to make money. That's why I'm here. I ain't came here to damn make sexual passes at anybody. I just want to make money. That was my thinking at the time, But man, what do you mean by no personal relationship? You mean just work, cordial? Yeah, just work. No, nobody's coming over to my house at work. Nobody's going to know where I live at work. That's what I mean. Nobody's going to know where I live at work. No one's coming over to my house. That's what I mean. You're not going to know where my parents live. You're not coming over to my parents' house. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to introduce you to my girlfriend or my wife. That type of thing. That's what I'm talking about. The less you know, the better off it is. What do you think about guys going to other countries seeking relationship with foreign women? I mean, you can go to another country if you want. However, if you don't got no game, you're putting yourself at risk. You don't got no game, man. You're boy, when you leave America, woo-wee, it's hard out in these streets. Once you think it's hard in America, in 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 America when it comes to dealing with women. You go to these other countries. Some of y'all think that women here are the worst. Nope. Women in North and South America, these are the best women here. Oh boy. Now, there's always an exception to the rule. There's some places I've been. I said, oh, these women look very cool here. I've had a good experience, right? But I know my experience is probably not going to be like the next man's experience. And you have to understand there's a different struggle outside of America. The values are different. The morals are different. The people are not where they want to be in life. People are having a hard time. I mean, people have a hard time here too, but people don't have what they need in a lot of these other countries because I'm not going to even get into that shit. That's a video for another day. How things got the way it got to be in these other countries. It didn't happen by accident. Just know that. If you don't know history, you have to before you visit these places, these other countries, try to know the history of these places, how they came to be. It didn't happen by accident. Ghettos are created. Let's keep that in mind. The hood is created. It wasn't made that way. It didn't happen by luck or accident. Saying how the Brazil and Dominican Republic women are. Yeah, most Brazilian women and Dominican women I met, they're pretty cool. You know, look, some of them got a little hustle on them because where they from, if they were born in Brazil and Dominican Republic, assuming, if they were born over there, they have a little hustle on them because they had to be that way in order to survive in most cases. Now, if she's the type of girl that didn't grow up, maybe she grew up easy, okay, of course she's going to be a little different. But if she grew up and she didn't have what she needed when if she grew up and she didn't have what she needed in order to grow up into a woman, she's going to have that hustle spirit in her. And that's understandable. Some guys will say, a woman that has the hustle spirit in them, some guys will try to act like, oh, why is she like that? Fool, the reason why she's like that, because she didn't have what she needed to have when she was growing up. She grew up struggling. So it's logically speaking, if you don't have what you want, you're not going to be the person that you were supposed to be. You won't develop into the woman that you're supposed to be. I understand that. I understand the game. Now, whenever I meet a woman that's like that, I understand her, and I'll make her understand me, and then we'll meet in between somewhere, like a mutual point, and then she'll start to open up, and I'll meet the real person. I won't meet the person that the rest of the guys are gonna meet. The rest of the guys are going to meet the person that's a representation of who she is. But I'm going to meet the real person because I understand the game. A lot of African women make good wives, but that's because their families keep them and you in check for overstepping out. Yeah, of course. Of course. Because their families are still intact over there for the most part. Here in America, the village has been destroyed. So it is what it is. Not saying some families aren't still together. There's a lot of families that are still together. But it's not the way it used to be. I'll tell you that. I just got hip to your channel the other day. You be going in. Appreciate your knowledge, brother. Rugged G. Appreciate that, man. Rugged G in the house. Yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe. Share this video. Check out my Patreon. Yeah, and my Patreon, I really be going in over there. Really be going in. This ain't shit compared to my Patreon. This ain't nothing. This is like icing on the cake compared to my Patreon. On my Patreon, oh man, I'll change your life. You never see women in the world the same again on my Patreon. It's a different world out here that a lot of guys, even a lot of women, don't even know exists. What are your personal thoughts on women who demand 6 figures? Do you think they're silly and unrealistic, especially since black people are poor? If they make 6 figures, okay, that's fine. You can demand what you can. I think it's fair for you to demand what you want if you're doing it already. That's okay. I'll give you that. Now, on some level, it's kind of like, okay, I'll give you a pass on that if you're a woman. If you make 6 figures and you want a guy that makes 6 figures too, okay, I give you that. Okay, you can have that. But if you ain't making 6 figures and you want a guy to make 6 figures, now I'm like, okay, you're crazy now. You're kind of being a little unrealistic now. You know. But I mean, if that's what a woman wants, if she makes 6 figures and she want a guy to make 6 figures, she got to go where the guy makes 6 figures at. Simple as that. And I don't know where to tell her to go where the guys make 6 figures at. Because most of the guys that I know that make 6 figures, they're not hanging out like that. So a woman that makes 6 figures, that want a guy that makes 6 figures, really putting herself at a disadvantage. Because like I said, most guys I know that make 6 figures, they don't really hang out like that. They don't tell people that they make 6 figures. That's just so. I think that, I think a lot of women have to reassess what they want today. But I'm not gonna say that she shouldn't go for it, but I think the way a lot of women go about doing things is kind of it's not the best way to go about doing it. Because say you got a lot of game goofy women out here too. That's another thing. A lot of game goofy women out here that the way they go about doing things, it's like, do people fall for this shit that you be saying? What type of guy would fall for this? Well, whatever, man. I just let them go and do what they want to do. And I used to laugh at women. They used to talk like that. But my sister told me to cut that out. But there's a lot of silly acting women out here. No doubt about it. You know. But I don't really take them serious because regardless of what they say, they're not going to stop me from doing whatever I want to do anyway. So I just keep it moving. Second speech, true fun women from foreign countries with hustling spirit about them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of women are like that. If they're born in bad situations where they didn't have what they wanted, yeah, I mean, they're gonna be like that, and that's understandable. And then as soon as I pick up on that, I call them out. I'd be like, "Hey, you don't gotta you don't really gotta approach me like that. We don't gotta do that shit, you know." And if she's not willing, now once I call her out, and if she's not willing to be honest, keep it real, well, I keep it moving. I cut her off and I keep it moving. That's how I get down. Cause see, behind that persona, she might be cool. She might be a pretty decent person behind that persona that she got up. I want to find two hot friends into threesomes for about 6 months before I decide to settle down. Man, you want to have a threesome, bro? Shit. Yeah, that's too much energy, bro. That's too much for me to handle. Man, I'd be tired with one woman. You want three? Shit. Hell no. No. She's sick. She figured that ass is worth 6 figures. Yeah, a lot of women are getting their wake up call with they thinking that they lead with looks, that the looks is supposed to somehow get them what they want. A lot of women are getting a wake up call with that now. A lot of guys are not falling for that like as much as they used to. A lot of women don't understand the horrific things you have to do for money, such as brutal sex or urination. Yeah, a lot of women do something strange for a piece of change out here. You know, you can have a man who's horrible with a lot of money. Yep, money only makes guys expose more of who they already are. That's all it does. So if a guy's cool, he's going to be much more cooler. You know, if a guy's an asshole, he's going to be much bigger asshole. It just exposes people for more of who they already are. That's all it is. Yeah, you're right. I ain't got all that damn energy no more either. Let's make it 2 months. I work with people like that all the time. Yeah, you know, 6 figures making women want 6 figure earning man who may already have someone. Yeah, most guys that make 6 figures, that I know, they already have a family. They already have a wife and kids, and they've been together for a long time. Most of them that I know. So most of those guys are taken. So that's why a woman that's single, she makes 6 figures. She want a guy to make 6 figures. She's basically is making it hard for her. She's making it hard for herself because she's basically gonna cut over 80% of guys. Most guys ain't making 6 figures. Shit. So I'm like, I don't know what and where you gonna meet these guys at that make 6 figures. Well, they're probably not gonna be at the club. They're probably not gonna be at the bar. It might be at the church. But if they're at the church, they probably got a woman at the church with them. So where you gonna meet them at? At the job? She probably don't want to meet nobody at the job. Even if he makes 6 figures at the job, she probably don't want to get involved with nobody at the job. And a lot of these women tend to be socially awkward, by the way, that do a lot of that, that talk that shit. They tend to be socially awkward. They have bad social skills. I'm just saying. Yeah, money is an amplifier. Exactly. I'm in a total different category. I make 6 figures. I live in my own home, but my kids are adults, and I'm not taking them. But dating is very scary to me. Yeah, it can be scary. It can be scary to some guys. I get it. You know, you just gotta, man. A lot of things can be scary though. Definitely not hate clubs and bars. Yeah, a lot of things can be scary, man. But man, this is just the environment in the country that we live in, man. You know, this is what it is. Best you can. All you can do is all you can do. Do the best you can. You know, really, shit. You just gotta understand. You gotta know the game. Gotta understand the game. You gotta have the right information, man. I talk about a lot of this shit in my book. Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. More like 98% if you like. Yeah, Jack, you're right. You know, it's probably it's over. I would say it's over 90% when it comes to us. I don't know too many black males that make 6 figures. Probably less than 5 people that I know. It's worse than that. What happens when you have everything? You have to ask yourself the question: what does it mean when a woman brings to the table that you need? Well, most women, like I said earlier, most women you're gonna meet, regardless of who you are as a man. Most women are gonna be liabilities when you meet them. Most of them. Most women aren't going to be a finished product when you meet them. Not even close, because of the environment that we live in. You have to realize most women that you meet, most people that you meet, look who they're around. They're not around people that champion them and inspire them and speak positive thoughts and inspiration into them. Most people are not around people like that. Most people are around negative people, people that don't really care about them for the most part. Most people are around people that are scared, full of fear. They bought into the stuff that happens in the mainstream media. They bought into somebody else's ideas. So that's what you're gonna meet somebody like that. And when they come through the door, you're gonna have to build them up and speak words of encouragement to them. And it's kind of like raising a child in a sense, you know. Kind of, man. Really. I mean, most people they need, you know, constant validation and it's an ongoing thing, man. You know, really. That's just what it is, man. You know. I mean, some guys don't like that. Some guys don't like having to inspire and give words of encouragement to people around them all the time. But you have to realize that you have to combat that shit along with the mainstream media, the magazines. Yeah, man, if these women be getting the magazines, looking at the reality shows, and the more they turn the page in the magazine, the uglier they get. So that's what you have to fight against. It's where all the makeup comes from. Makeup, the extensions, the fake nails, the butt implants, the silicone breasts, all that shit comes from woman flipping through the magazines and looking at television. She don't think she's enough. So this is what you have to this is what you have to combat out here. All of us have to face this at some point, whether it's you or the woman you're hanging around or whatever. A lot of these women can't even hold a conversation. It's harder for me because I'm somewhat intelligent. I don't like celebrity news. Yeah, Jack, a lot of these women are socially awkward. They have bad social skills because a lot of them like texting and sending emails and don't like picking up the phone and talking to people anymore. Even some older women are like this. Women in the 40s and 50s are like this too. That I know. So, it's gonna get worse too, by the way. It's gonna get worse. You're gonna have guys, check this out. This is what's coming. You're gonna have guys out here, they're starting to buy into the idea that, hey, I can just get a sex doll, and then you know what's next after the sex doll? A fucking robot. I can just buy a fucking robot and program the robot to be everything that I want. Everything that I want a woman to be. If some guy is gonna buy into that shit, he's gonna buy one of them robots for $10,000-$20,000. Whatever they're gonna be selling for in the future. They're already buying the sex dolls. So shit, if they're buying the sex dolls, they're gonna buy the robot. And I'm gonna go get one of them bras at the old folks' home. If she starts, yeah. I understand there can be other smart people in the room. Classic smart person mistake. Thing there. What if you do all that shit and her ass leaves? Well, hey, if somebody wants to leave, that's a good question, Apple Mac. If someone wants to leave, I have an open door policy, yo. You can leave anytime you want. You're never stuck around me. That's my philosophy because I look at it like this. I don't want to be around anybody that doesn't want to be around me. So if you got to go, take care. But you can't come back when you leave. Just remember that. And they always try to come back. You can come back, but it ain't going to be the same. You're not going to be staying over here. We're not going to be in a relationship. No kind of relationship. You can call me every once in a while. Yeah, that's cool. But if you're going to try to suck me back in, that ain't going to work. Because once I shut that door, it's a wrap. That chapter's over. I'm not a goddamn pinball machine. You're not going to pop in and pop out of my life like I'm waiting on you, like I ain't got nothing else to do. No. So if you got to go, wherever, I hope that next dude is in a much better position than me, because if not, you played yourself. That's my philosophy. They make the threesome look porn. Pills are powerful. And anybody that thinks some pills is gonna do anything for them is delusional. There's no pill that's gonna do anything for your ass. Really. No pill gonna make you lose weight by itself without working out. No pill's gonna make you might give you an erection, but it ain't gonna do what you think it's supposed to do. That's all I'm saying. Have you seen a movie called? Nah, I haven't seen that movie. Stop simping, fellas. Walter Payton in the house. Stop simping. Is this the real Walter Payton? Get it? Yeah, it's hard getting a good conversation out of these women. I work in corporate America, and trust me, even though they have a degree, then not well versed on issues and things that are going on. Yeah, a lot of women in corporate America, man, a lot of these women are just straight up, a lot of them just straight up hood rats. It's unfit women. I don't really know how else to say it. And this is across the board. This is all these women, all of them, not just black women. All these women that work in corporate America, these are not the cream of the crop women. You know, they're not. And guys get married to these women all the time. And then when things go wrong, they can't believe and they don't understand because you was with a bottom feeder from the get-go. You were just so fantasized and caught up in how she looks. And guys, we always go on looks. Most of us, we go on looks. That's the first thing we see. And some guys dive in head first. And then the woman be like, "Gotcha, bitch." That's usually how it happens. If you're in a relationship, cheat. Okay. So speaking of sex dolls, I thought about them cloning a woman. I mean, mine is her mind. So if you order exactly what you like physically without back talk, yeah, they're coming up with that shit, Apple Mac. Most married black dudes scared of their wives. I think most men are scared of their wives. It's not just black dudes. So you mean to tell me you would shut the door permanently on Amber Rose? Yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't put these women on no damn pedestal, man. Florida in the house. Yeah. Oh yeah, and check me out. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, follow me on Instagram and check out yeah, what? Hold on. Where is my Instagram, Mike? Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. And check out my other channel. Maybe you're new here. You haven't followed me a long time. I started a new channel. Subscribe to my new channel. Check it out. Well, it's been real, fellas. Now wait a minute. There's some women on here too. It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. What qualities as a hood rat? What qualities as a hood rat? Good. New corporate comment. What qualities? To corporate comment. What qualifies as a hood rat to you? What qualifies as a hood rat to me? Amber Rose is a hood rat. Amber Rose is an unfit woman. Amber Rose is not the type of woman that I would get married to. She's not the type of woman you get married to. Just don't. Just don't do it. It's not gonna go well. It's just not. That is a loaded question, but it's you just that's a good example of it. You just don't get married to Kim Kardashian. Just don't do it. It's just not gonna end well. You might have a good run, but eventually it's gonna fall apart. Just don't do it, man. Don't get married to the girl. Let me see. I'll give you a good example. Don't get married to a lot of these women in the churches. Don't do it. If she's in that church and she's a stone cold Bible thumper, don't do it. She's an unfit woman, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. If you meet a woman that's in the trailer park, don't do it. If she raised in the trailer park, if she's still in the trailer park, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. The shit ball is gonna crash hard, boy. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Now, there's some women that want to get out of there and out of bad situations, and that's logically speaking, that's the right mindset to have. But hey, man, don't be trying to save no woman. Don't be Captain Save 'em. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Don't be trying to save no women out here, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna backfire every time. Bite you in the ass. Let's take a woman like what's that other woman name? Oh, what's that woman? Omarosa. She's a hood rat. Omarosa's a hood rat. I knew this when she was on the damn reality show. Yeah, she went to college, Ivy League college, Harvard, wherever college she went to. Yeah, she's attractive, and that's how she get over a lot. But don't marry that motherfucker. Don't do it. I'm telling you. She recording motherfuckers' phone calls and shit. Don't do it. Yeah, a lot of them. There's a lot of Omarosas in corporate America. A lot of them in there. I know. I used to work up in there. Don't. I'm telling you, you can't. Shit. They're very They're very well behaved in the office environment. They'll kiss ass and do everything in the office. They go home with an iron fist. They'll be like, "What? Get out of here." Yeah. And you know what's funny? A lot of these women, they get hired fast in corporate jobs. A woman would that come from a decent household, decent family, they give her a hard time at them jobs. She have a hard time. But you have a woman that's unfit, broken, they'll hire her quick. She'll get promoted fast because she's willing to do anything. She'll sleep with her. She'll sleep her way all the way to the goddamn top in the job. And meanwhile, the other woman, oh, they give her a hard time, man. They'll say when it's time for her to get promoted, they'll say she don't deserve it. Yeah, shit. You can't even be in a room with some of these women without a witness. They'll say, "Oh, he called me a name. He felt my butt." You're like, damn. And it's your word against hers. And in the office environment, more than likely, they're going to take the woman's word over yours. Depending on that's dependent upon your position too. But if you're just, a regular peon, just like she is, they'll take her word over yours. That happens a lot. No, they very intelligent, very arrogant, very self-sure. That's exactly what they are. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And I saw this happen in the early 2000s. You got these women, they go to college all the time. I mean, check this out. I saw this happen when I got out of the military. I went back to school. These women are in school right along with me. And I got to pay. But they don't. Because they get all kind of programs and all kind of funds. So I'm like, damn. So it was a shift that started to happen. You had a lot of women that were broken, unfit, hood rats, etc. They're going to college right along with me. They're graduating right along with me. They're getting the same opportunities right along with me. And the market socially is oversaturated. So guys can't tell who's who now. Because see, back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, these women didn't have opportunities like that. Especially if they were unfit. But today, no. Shit. You got these women today, they'll work a job during the day and they get on the pole after 6 o'clock. They go in a strip club and make money. And do that until 10, 11 o'clock. Go home, do the same shit over again. After 6, go to the strip club. They'll do that 5 days a week. See, women did not do that shit in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. They didn't do that shit. But now, the shit is oversaturated. Guys are confused. Guys don't know who's who. Women are, they're sexually liberated. That's what they say anyway. I don't know what that really means, but, that's what has happened out here. You got the hood rats, the unfit, broken women. They're on television, getting all the shine, and the women that carry themselves in a respectable manner, they never be on television. Almost never. They don't get no shine. And see, guys look at the television on the internet and be like, oh, that's, I want a woman like that. After a while, because he starts looking at that, so he thinks that's the norm. No. There's no women like Omarosa in my family. Not one. They don't act like that. They don't talk like that. Yeah, they look like her, but they don't act like that. They don't talk like that. They don't have that type of attitude. None of that shit. Really. So I don't, it's just, it is what it is. I don't, But that's how a lot of these women get down. They as long as they continuously look fairly attractive, yeah, that's their bargaining chip. But as soon as they fall off and hit that wall, oh boy, they're in trouble now. So hey, man, it is what it is. So hey, man, it's been real. I'm about to get off here. Again, check out my my new channel. Check out my Patreon. Follow me on Instagram too. My Instagram is Sharp Game. You know, check out all the gear, websites, my books. Love Can't Wait. It's on Amazon.com. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You know, till next time, I'm out. Peace.